What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video, we got something exciting, something new, 2021 MT09. Check out the eyeballs on this thing. Super cool looking bike, super fun bike. This is a sport touring bike, or sport standard, should I say, that you could take out and ride all day, every day, and have tons of fun doing it. This bike has got quite a few modifications done to it already. Has an Akrapovic full exhaust system and a DNA Stage 3 air kit. So as you can see in there, there's basically no air box, just straight velocity stacks and a humongous air filter. Super, super cool. Check out the headers. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3-cylinder, guys. This thing is not your average sounding motorcycle. Something super unique. Actually sounds a lot like a jet ski to me. Sea-Doos, they're 3-cylinders. 3-cylinders with, I guess you say, a modified Sea-Doo. Sounds pretty similar to this thing. Also, you hear this sound in snowmobiles. But super cool design, makes super fun horsepower. So, have you ever rode a Honda Grom? This is the adult size Grom. Yeah, that's right, guys. As soon as you whack the throttle, instant wheelies and braps. Super fun. This is the 2021 version, the all new updated. Got new gauges. Really nice looking bike. I'm curious to see how this thing goes. Magic Mike's about to pop the ECU out now. Start the flashing process. We went ahead and did the baseline pulls, 110 horsepower, and she shuts down pretty much at 10,000 RPMs, and you can see where it's pulling strong, and then boom, Yamaha shuts it off. So we're gonna see if we can extend that rev range out and open the secondary or the throttle plates, keep those open longer, and see if we can get some more horsepower. Not to mention we've got too rich of an air fuel ratio. We're gonna correct all that. Magic Mike's gonna get it dialed in. Let's see what we can do, guys. Enough talk. Let's see how we can make this thing perform. Digging through the throttle, electronic throttle valve stuff on the tune on this thing. It is neutered big time. This bike is gonna be a blast to ride. Once we get it finished, you can see here at 100% throttle, at X amount of RPMs, you can see the highest we ever get to is 85%. That's as much throttle as we get at 100%. So when you're wide open in first gear, the bike says, not 85%. And that's not until 8,500 RPMs. Remember, this thing shuts down at 10,000. So let's go into the higher gears, like 5th gear, which is where we dynoed it. You can see it actually does go 100% throttle in 5th gear. So that's where we dynoed it at. So our dyno graph is gonna show close to the same horsepower in 5th, but you can see it shuts back to 80% throttle at 10.1. Now we're gonna open all that thing up, let this thing rev a little farther. But in first gear, we're gonna have some killer power gains, which is where all our fun is at. Second gear, same way, look at this. It does go to 98% at 8,500, but then it cuts back to 7,800 once again. Third gear, same thing. We are getting some 100% throttle here at 100% at 7,000 in third gear, but our first and second gear, which is where all our fun is at on the street, is heavily cut back. We're gonna get into this thing, open it all up. Let's look at the ignition timing here. Ignition timing as well held back a good bit in the high RPMs. We're gonna correct all that stuff. I can't wait to see what this thing does. All right, guys, we just made the first set of tweaks. I missed the dyno run. I was inside. Magic Mike was out here whittling away at the horsepower, and look at what we've got already. Huge gains on this thing. We went from 92 horsepower to 99, from 93 to 101, from 98 to 105. This thing is gonna be a huge gainer. I cannot wait to see what the final numbers is. Mike is steady dialing in the air fuel ratio now. Should have the results here in just a second, but I'm gonna get you the dyno run so you can hear the difference as soon as he does the next pulls. Man, I like the way these bikes sound. As soon as we get this thing off the dyno, we're going to take it out in the parking lot and take it for a little spin, see how she feels. Tune on this MT09, same thing, but man, super good gains out of this thing. Let's take a look at the computer screen here. Check out the mid-range 6,800 RPMs, which is where you're going to be riding all the time. We went from 79 horsepower to 89 horsepower. Now, for all you mathematicians out there, figure out the percentage of gain on that. That is a huge gain. At 8,200 RPMs, we went from 96 to 105.79. That's basically 106, so 10 horsepower. Holds pretty solid. 92 to 102 right here. That's at 7,900 RPMs. Solid, nice gains. And you can also see the torque the same way. We went from 60 to 68. All throughout here, 61 to 67, so big gains throughout the whole entire RPM curve on this thing. And then we also were able to get some more RPMs out over here. When we were able to extend the revs, we went from 100 horsepower to 109 horsepower. Overall, gained 3 horsepower peak, but that's not the most important part. The mid-range here is the most important. And keep in mind, we dynoed the bike in 5th gear. In 5th gear, the bike did not have the throttle restrictions like it does in 1st gear. We're about to take it out in the parking lot right here in just a second, as soon as Mike gets it unloaded. And we're gonna see what the 1st gear on this thing feels like. I'm sure it's gonna be an absolute animal. I cannot wait to get the owner's reaction. He's on YouTube. Hopefully he'll come in and comment and let you guys know what his overall experience was like and how much different the bike feels. Enough blabber, let's get this thing out and see how it does. All right guys, it's all buttoned up, back together. This thing turned out super good. I rode it in the parking lot. Super, super fun. The throttle is super snappy. So it feels really, really good. And I was super impressed with this thing. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. The owner of the bike has a YouTube channel. Check him out, Mountain Drew. Just normal spelling, Mountain Drew. Check him out. He's gonna have his reaction and his feel to how this thing feels and how it does on the street. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Smash that like button, and as always, we appreciate you. If you're interested in an ECU Flash for your FZ09, or any other bike that you have. I call it FZ09, MT09, whatever it is, hit us up, moremafia.com. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.